Hey, Coach Gillespie, this is Chuck Hibbett from the class of '88. Nice that we're able to connect with you, and I hope you're doing okay. We send you much love. I'm living here in Colorado now, so unfortunately a little far from the East Coast, but I often think back to the times at St. Paul's, and when I got this opportunity to speak to you again, we went rummaging through some of the old pictures, and I came up with a real beauty. I don't know if you can see this one here, but that's me right there, number 17, 130 pounds soaking wet, freshman. And that handsome guy right there is you with the whitest socks in the history of mankind and the world's most perfect crew cut and looking like $1 million. But it's interesting, sort of looking back on life. There's a couple of things that always stick out at different points of life. And for me, playing lacrosse for you that freshman year definitely was one of them. Number one, I didn't know you could run in Timberland boots, but you taught me that I could do that. And I remember running that loop every day and trying to find that time between classes to get out there and run through the mud and cradle the lacrosse ball and hop over logs. And I did it all because of how much I respected you. And I was also, honestly, a little bit fearful that you would pop out of the woods at some point and see me not running or see me not covered in enough mud. But anyways, thank you for that. And thank you for those wonderful, wonderful memories. We wish you all the best. Thinking of you, and much love. Be well, and take care.
Hey Coach, it's Will Mukie, form of 1986. Greetings from London. You know, Coach, I've been thinking a lot about you over these last couple of weeks, and I hope this note finds you well. Coach Gillespie, I can't begin to explain the level of impact and influence you've had on my life, going back those many, many years ago now to days at St. Paul's. I was your student in the chemistry lab. I was your player on the lacrosse field. I was your advisee for an ISP that I took for winter term, where I worked at Memorial Sloan Kettering in a cancer research lab. I was later, I think, your first TA in chemistry when I came back for my spring of sixth form year. You were my mentor and I was your mentee all those years, and you really helped me pick my college and even influenced my major. I went to Cornell and studied honors chemistry. And more importantly, the personal example that you showed as a dedicated teacher, mentor, and coach has stuck with me all of these years. Those principles of hard work, perseverance, excellence in everything that you do has really shaped who I am and has given me success professionally, but has also given me, I hope, success as a husband and as a father. Those same ideals and that ethos I've tried to instill in the businesses that I operate, in my family and in my kids, and in the goals that they hopefully set for themselves. You know, you once said you have to squawk with the turkeys before you fly with the eagles. That amount of hard work and struggle has shaped who I am and has given me grit. And I just want to say thank you very much for everything that you gave back in those years at St. Paul's. And I hope that I've been somewhat of a positive reflection on where those ideals can lead. Thank you, Mr. Gillespie. Sending you lots of love. Wishing you the best. Take care.
Cliff, this is Tim Clark. These videos are way too short to really say what a lifetime of teaching and mentoring has done. But I just got to say, I love playing for you. I love playing for that team back at St. Paul's. All the guys on my year have been great, great friends of mine. And I stay in touch with most of them on a regular basis. And your name comes up a lot more than you think it would. And at the same time, you gave me a great roadmap for my kids. I've got 3 kids, all much better athletes than I ever was. But I teach them your lessons about commitment, desire, pursuit of excellence, and just not only the physical, but the mental game. And that has really sort of helped me throughout my career, my relationships with friends, is to try and take the harder road, to do the loop, the proverbial loop. And you will not be forgotten ever as these generations pick up those lessons, because you were ahead of your time in those. And I used to think that when you made us sort of wash our laces and cleats, that it was really to look sharp for the other team. And I had no idea until about 20 years later, it was all about mental preparation for the next day's game. Anyway, I had a quick photo to share that was great. This was a reunion photo, and you can see most of my class in there, along with you in the middle and Dougie D. And it's a prized possession because I love the smiles and the heartiness that everybody has shown out there after struggling through an alumni game. But I wish you the best over the holidays, and we're thinking of you. Take care.
One of the greatest awards I've ever received was the Golden Jock Award, 1988, from Coach Gillespie. I want to sing a little song that Coach sang to us when we won the award. Here you go, Coach. Hooray for Cliffy, hooray at last, hooray for Cliffy, you're a horse's ass. Thank you so much for your inspiration all these years. Thanks, Jones, 88.
Hey, Coach Gillespie, this is Bill Kessler from Former 87. Just calling to say hey, and thanks so much for all you've done for me and everybody else. I just want to personally tell you, the other day I was doing some bear crawls and reminded me of crazy sprints and all the great things we did. Just want to thank you for the preparation you gave me in my life to be a Marine officer, to be a teacher, a coach, a principal, and a husband and a father. I remember visiting you when you were the rector, and you invited me in the office and making me feel like $1 million. I love you calling me Billy, and it's just great. It just touches me just to think about it. I want you to know my son went to St. Paul's. He played lacrosse. He was the captain of the team, and he's in college now at Skidmore College, and looking forward to playing this spring, Lord willing, as a freshman. So thanks for everything, Coach. We love you. We miss you. God bless you, and Merry Christmas.
Hey, Coach Gillespie. It's Jim Barker from the former 1987. I got to tell you, playing third line midi my sixth form year, it remains one of the highlights of my rather mediocre athletic career. The finer points of the zone defense you taught us may elude me these days, but the life lessons, they all continue to serve me well. They'll stick with me forever. In particular, the values of preparation and hard work, perseverance, and the joy of contributing to a genuine team effort. Those things are still very important to me. I live in Bow, New Hampshire, and over Thanksgiving weekend, a friend of mine and I were taking her dog for a walk in the St. Paul's Woods, in part along the old loop trail. And I was telling my friend about how great a coach you were and how great a mentor you are for me, even today. Coach, it seems fitting that you have been in my prayers this Thanksgiving, and I'm grateful to have played for you. I wish you the best, and you'll be in my prayers. Thanks.
Hi, Cliff. Lamar Bunce, form of 1987. I remember you as the revered lacrosse coach, The Rock, and I admired you and the discipline you represented. I even admired the hairstyle you were working back then, even though I couldn't replicate it quite. But I never got to play lacrosse for you, and thankfully some of my poly friends who did are giving me an opportunity to say thanks for another way you personally helped me out. And maybe it's in exchange for all the times I had to listen to them complain about running the loop back then. But as a sixth former, I was an undefeated wrestler, except against the New England champion. But I was on my way to the New England championships, favorite to win, when I incurred a crazy fluke injury during the last match of the season. That took me off the mat, out of sports, and out of the championships. And as if that weren't disappointing enough, it took me out of the classroom for a while as I had to do surgery. And I remember you stepping in as an academic leader in the department and very compassionately helping me personally navigate the situation that year before I was off to Harvard. So I really appreciate you for what you personally helped with. I also appreciate what you stood for. And I'm currently the form director for the form of 1987. because of the transformative experience that St. Paul's was for me personally and for many of my close friends. So thank you. I appreciate you. I wish you the best and happy holidays. Take care.
Cliffy, Greg Folks, class of 1987. Quick story for you. I'm fortunate enough to have won a world championship trophy in sailing, but the trophy that I'm most proud of remains this. I've told my kids about it. They know how proud I am of it. I'm a horse's ass for life. Thank you for everything.
Coach Gillespie, Tersh Barber, class of 1988. Wanted to tell you how important lacrosse has been throughout my life, and really all started with St. Paul's and my experience under your program. I came to St. Paul's as a tiny little ninth grader from California, never having played the sport. I was able to grow both physically and as a player under your program. I still to this day have the game ball that you gave me against Brooks. If I recall, St. Paul's 12, Brooks 2. Tersh had 6 goals, 2 assists. Huge moment for me. I still have this ball to this day. And really been playing lacrosse throughout my adult life. I've started coaching my son. I've now coached him 4 years. He's in 9th grade. He loves the game and really couldn't have done it without experience and support under you. Thanks for being there. You've impacted a lot of people, and wanted to take this chance to let you know really how much you've impacted me. I still have my old school helmet. Kids wear different ones these days, but just wanted to say, hang in there, love you, and thanks for everything you've done for me.
Mr. Gillespie, hi, it's Eric Shahab from the class of 87. I just wanted to send on my best wishes to you. And I wanted to give my heartfelt thanks to all the influence you had at such a young age and shaping the direction of my life. And I can't think of any higher compliment to pay than the fact that you taught me the love of a game that I've been trying to pass on to my kids. This is my 2 boys when they were much younger. That's my oldest after he finished his first game at goalie. And that's his younger brother, giving him a post-game embrace. And then this is that younger brother now in his junior year, but this was taken his freshman year when he was playing long pole, midi, and playing the arch rival New Trier in green. And they won that game, and he loves the game. And then finally, I probably lived in a dozen places around all over the place, but without question, my most prized possession is this golden jock, which I guess I've had now for 33 years. And I got to tell you, I've never received anything in all my life that it meant more to me than this. And I keep it with me, and it's traveled with me wherever I've gone. And again, I'll never forget, hooray for Eric, hooray at last, hooray for Eric, he's a horse's ass, which is really just about right. So with all my love and all my gratitude and appreciation, thanks so much, Mr. Gillespie, and all the best wishes.